Uh, it would have been it would be me losing my memory of my entire time in Los Angeles. I moved here in May of '06. Packed up everything I owned into a small pickup truck with me and my dog and drove 3,000 miles across the country over 7 days to go and chase life. And so it's hard to think about that life gone.
Okay. Oh, I would be in my 20s again. Yes, yes. I probably wouldn't work as hard. Like, I worked a lot. Like, I feel as if I missed that fun part of my life. Now later in life, I'm like, oh, now I'm acting. Now, why didn't I do this in the beginning?
I was working at a restaurant as a waitress, and I was just about to go into film school. And that actually was kind of a turning point in my life, because I had been doing film stuff forever, but film school it was in LA, and I was living in Orange County at the time, and it's what made me know that I had to move up to Los Angeles.
I was high school. I graduated from high school, and then let's see, I was going into my freshman year of college at that time.
Wow.
Yeah, running track and cross country for Bucknell in Pennsylvania. So that's what I was gearing up for.
I was living back in Chicago with my husband. By day, I was working at a hair salon. I was the front desk manager. By night, I was working in the Chicago theater scene. Such a wonderful town to be doing theater in, and that's where I got my start before coming out to Los Angeles.
In 2006, wow. I was doing, I don't know, professionally commercials. I think I did a Boston Legal at that point in time, and some general hospitals. I play moms, nosy neighbors, you know, motorcycle goddesses. That's what I really want to play. Hint, hint.
Well, more was going on, so that would probably been a good thing. I'll take it. Just hit me on that right now. No, definitely would take me to a different place. I just think as an actor, you know, you're always evolving and your work is always changing based on your life experiences. So if you don't add those 10 years in, it may not be so great.
I would still be acting because I ran into a string of really bad luck. I got laid off, the actor strike, all that stuff, and I ended up spending about 10 years out of the business trying to get my life back together. So what I would have done was I would have kept on acting because I realized how much I missed it when I started up again. I realized that I'd been half dead, pretty much, in my soul.
Obviously, emotionally, I've grown, I've had a kid, I got married, I got divorced. But career-wise, I kind of am at this interesting precipice of taking a next step, and I'm kind of having a lot of the same feelings that I did then, and it's actually helped in recognizing that because I know I'm going to be okay. If I didn't know that, which I imagine that Truman feels, I would be scared out of my mind and then wondering what the hell did I do with the last 10 years of my life.
It would honestly be, of course, so many memories with my husband, but, you know, we have this tradition of sleeping in, you know, on Sunday mornings, and every morning that we get to sleep in together, he is more of an early riser than I am, so he will usually be the one to wake me up. And most of the time, this is gonna sound so cheesy, folks, but it's true, he wakes me up by saying, "Hey, beautiful," and if I couldn't remember all those times, all those mornings with him and looking into his eyes first thing in the morning and getting that, that would be pretty devastating.
This might sound kind of silly, but I have a dog and she's 14, and through the years of her life we've just bonded so much, and I understand her mannerisms and her little quirks and ins and outs, and so I would be so sad to think that, you know, to just see her as another dog and not know that, oh, when she does her head like this, it means that she's aggravated, you know, and things like that. It just, to think that she would be a stranger, that would be heartbreaking to me.
It's a heady thing thinking about your memories that you amass in a 10-year time frame. All the life that you live, all the things that you see, all the people that you meet, all the experiences, all the life knowledge that you gain in that time frame, and then it just being taken from you
I've been thinking about my grandmother a lot. So obviously I wouldn't want to forget any of those memories. Like even when I was like younger, just thinking about like, and I can't remember, I can remember this, but you know, coming home from like nursery school, and she would always have a pudding cup waiting for me, or applesauce, or something, like a little snack. And if my mom came to pick me up and she would be with her, she would have the cup with her in the car. So like these like little moments I would have with my grandma. So I wouldn't want to miss those things. Even I'm just surprised I can remember them from like being 4.
I did a study abroad in London, and I got to see a lot of theater, and that was really good for me. That would be heartbreaking to get rid of that.
I mean, I had a kid in the last 10 years, so that would be, I'm sure I'd be shocked to know that I had a kid, since I didn't necessarily want children. But at the same time, my daughter is exactly physically what I thought she would look like if I had a kid, and emotionally and personality-wise. So it would be a shame to have missed that, but I think I would know right away that she was mine.
You know, the last couple of years of my uncle and all that I wouldn't have had a chance to get as close to him as I did. And meeting you, I would never met any of you people. That would be terrible. So, I mean, it's a mixed bag when you take me back to 2006.
What I could forget about, it's bad time in the 3rd grade. I had a jerry curl like Michael Jackson. It just wasn't a cute look. And if I could just bypass that whole, pretty much up into high school when my hair grew back, I could forget all of that.
Well, this may sound like a cop-out, but I strongly do believe that all the bad stuff that happens to you, as well as the good, it all makes you who you are. So I'm happy with where I'm at right now, and I wouldn't change anything, because I'm living in LA, I'm a working actor, and I'm doing this kind of stuff, so, you know, I embrace it all.
That's really hard, because even, you know, the good things, of course you want to keep those, but the bad things you learn from them. And there was nothing like super big bad that happened. It was always, you know, just like little life experiences, like when you get in a car accident in LA, how do you handle it, you know? I don't know if there is anything that I would want to lose.
I had to put my cat to sleep, and it was the most horrible experience in my entire life, so I wouldn't have had to have gone through that, or at least I wouldn't know that I went through it. So that'd be pretty amazing, because that still makes me sad to this day.
It would be my dog. It would be losing my dog. It would be the pain and the turmoil of having to choose to put your best friend down is the one memory I could lose. That's the one thing I could go through the rest of my life and say, there's an experience I don't ever need to have again.
Of course there's things that I would like to have forgotten, but I feel, and I firmly do feel like this, I would not be where I am today if I had forgotten them. And I think that if I didn't remember them, I might have to go through all those lessons again, and I certainly don't want to do that.
But I, like Truman, am lactose intolerant, so I think there's some times at the beginning of figuring that out that I would like to forget. Particularly maybe sometimes I might have crop dusted a few unsuspecting people. And I hope they didn't know it was me, and if they did know it was me, I hope they don't remember it.